So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 11 yards there, first down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
Mike is 59.
On first down, Newton. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Fuller. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. To throw is Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Completion left side to Miller. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding a soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together, and that makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the 1st half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Ready?
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something to see.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. His throw at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Just like that. Just like that.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Watson operating from the gun. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, 59.
Check Mike, 54. 54.
Here's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Caught left side, Garcon. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Mike 59.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Right here, right here. Tight end right, tight end right.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Set. 180.
Mike 59. Check pass, check pass.
Gun.
Check 50.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Emmanuel Sanders, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 23 yards on the play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second and long. Newton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
You're set. 19.
Check. 59.
20 points down. He's coming.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Airing it deep for Garcon. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Pierre Garcon, 83 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, what a move. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
That's it. 780.
59.
Watch twist.
Now Newton on first down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
23 yards the pickup there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. On first and 10, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On second and 10, Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Newton to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. To throw is Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 36, Watson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll roll him out right. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Smith catches left side. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last throw here for Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina,